Guys, right now there is absolute chaos in America. 180 million people. Just think about it. More than half of the US population is suddenly in the grip of a massive storm. 13,000 flights canceled, hundreds of thousands of homes without power, and people are stuck inside their houses. So what happened that caused such a huge disaster? Let me explain right away. Look, this is not a normal snowfall, guys. Meteorological officials are saying this clearly. This is the biggest cold wave of the last decade. And what's really interesting is that it's not just hitting the north, it's also hitting the southern states that are usually warm. There is ice in Texas, ice in Louisiana. People there simply aren't used to this kind of thing. 19 states have declared a state of emergency. President Trump has approved emergency declarations. So yes, the situation is truly serious. Now let me give you some striking numbers. Power outages. On Saturday, around 140,000 outages were reported. 58,000 in Louisiana, 50,000 in Texas left without electricity. But do you know what the scariest part is? Because of the ice, trees are falling onto power lines. Professors say that when more than a quarter-inch of ice builds up on power lines, either the lines snap or trees collapse onto them. Flights. More than 13,000 flights canceled. This is the highest number of flight cancellations in a single day since the pandemic. Oklahoma City Airport is completely shut down. At Dallas-Fort Worth, more than 700 flights were canceled. People are stranded at airports. Now let's talk about the cold. Guys, the wind chill is minus 40 degrees. The National Weather Service says frostbite can begin in just 10 minutes. In Wisconsin, minus 38 degrees was recorded. That's almost a 30-year record. And here's something really important. More than 47 million people are under an extreme cold warning. What does that mean? Temperatures or wind chill are expected to fall below 5 degrees Fahrenheit in the next 12 to 24 hours. In our terms, that's around minus 15 degrees Celsius and below. Now, there's a very critical detail here. Georgia's chief meteorologist said this: ice is completely different from snow. You can't do anything with ice. You can't drive on it. And according to forecasts, up to 2.5 centimeters of ice accumulation is expected in some areas. That may sound small, but that much ice on power lines means total disaster. Indeed, in Louisiana's DeSoto Parish, more than half of power customers lost electricity. A local sheriff's spokesperson said trees are completely covered in ice. Branches are hanging all the way down to the ground. Now let's look at daily life. Schools are closed. Dallas, Houston, Philadelphia, Memphis. Monday has already been declared a holiday. Universities are also closed. The University of North Carolina, the University of Mississippi, all shut down. Churches moved Sunday services online. Even the Mardi Gras parades in Louisiana were canceled or postponed. And you know how important Mardi Gras is for them. The famous Grand Ole Opry in Nashville held its Saturday night show without an audience, a place that's normally packed, empty. The governor of New Jersey said this is a type of storm we haven't seen in years and lowered highway speed limits to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour. The Georgia Department of Transportation has workers on 12-hour shifts. 1,800 workers began spreading salt water on roads after midnight.
But the situation in Nashville is even more striking. They have only 45 snowplows to clear hundreds of kilometers of roads. And one snowplow driver said this: if snow turns into solid ice and temperatures drop into single digits, there's not much we can do. So basically, crews are doing everything they can, but they are helpless against the power of nature. Now let's look at the government response. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, has made serious preparations. More than 7 million meals, over 3 million liters of water, more than 650,000 blankets, over 180 generators, all ready to be deployed. 500 National Guard members were put on alert. In Georgia, 120 of them were deployed to the Northeast. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said, "This is likely the largest storm in decades to impact so many states with such a large population." Now let me share some interesting details with you. In Chicago, there's an organization called Orange Tent Project. They provide cold weather tents for homeless people. Their CEO said, "When I saw the forecast, I knew we had to come out and do this today." In Minneapolis, protesters demonstrated outdoors at -21 degrees Celsius. Honestly, you can't help but respect that determination. And here's another thing. In the Southeast, some people actually turned the cancellations into fun. In Nashville, adults were sledding down a hill outside the Capitol building using green discs and inflatable pool animals, laughing and having fun. So yes, people can even turn a bad situation into entertainment. Meteorologist Josh Weiss from the NOAA Weather Prediction Center summed it up like this. Two things make this storm unique. First, it affects an area stretching nearly 2,000 miles. Second, record-breaking cold is expected immediately afterward. Another meteorologist said, snow and ice will melt very, very slowly, and that will hinder all recovery efforts. Guys, to summarize, more than 230 million people are under threat from this winter storm. 35 states are experiencing dangerous conditions. Some areas may see up to 60 centimeters of snow. Authorities have one clear message: stay home. Don't go out on the roads. The mayor of New York said it perfectly. Put on a warm sweater, turn on the TV, watch Mission Impossible for the 10th time, but above all, stay home. Meteorologists say the damage could be equivalent to that of a hurricane. And even after the storm passes, the cold will remain. America is truly freezing right now. Hopefully, this crisis will pass as soon as possible, and people can return to normal life. You should also be prepared for events like this because climate change is real, and extreme weather events like these are becoming more frequent. I'll end it here. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.